I hope everyone is doing really great. Welcome to another session of Automation Product Showcase from Test Automation Forum. And I'm so excited to have this session with ContextQA today. As you know, the industry is transforming and bringing a lot of innovations that are going to really help us from QA standpoint. These technologies or these automation platforms are going to help us in accelerating the test development suite, the test management, the test execution, and so on. So today we are going to review another such intelligent automation platform called ContextQA. And I have kind of noticed this platform is very simplified in terms of installation, in terms of managing your infrastructure behind the scene, like your VMs for execution, parallel execution, and so on. So we'll be talking about the features of this platform in a couple of minutes, but I'm so excited to have Deep Barrett from ContextQA, who is the CEO at ContextQA. So without much ado, let's get started. Deep, welcome to Test Automation Forum's Product Showcase session. This is probably going to be our 15th session today, and welcome again. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you very much, Trirath, for providing this wonderful opportunity, and I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. Right. So before we start, let's talk a little bit about the industry that we are living in. Right. As you know, any QA organization will have some specific drivers, right, to measure the success. Speed, and then the cost of testing, the go-to-market speed, and so on. So what do you see, like, the industry problem statement in your view? What do you see the industry is going through now? And give us a little bit perspective about that.
Definitely. So in last few years, I would say 5 to 10 years, the industry's mindset is changed. Either it's through the DevOps, or either through its devices, or the more focus on the customers. So all aspects has been changed because all the companies want to move faster and make progress faster, but at the same time they cannot underestimate the power of a customer experience, and those needs to go hand in hand, and that is the change we are seeing. And when it comes to the testing, quality, or releasing, both needs to be parallelized, and making sure we test faster, but also we test everything, so our customers shouldn't suffer or our business shouldn't suffer. So that are the changes I see.
Absolutely. I think I absolutely agree with you. In last 5-10 years, as you mentioned, like, as we got into DevOps and all, I think speed, simplicity, and the cost, that actually became a little bit more simplified, right? We started seeing some efficiency, some productivity went up, and so on. And that journey is still on. We'll see how AI is going to help us in terms of accelerating all those factors to make the QA org successful, and so on.
Correct.
All right, thank you, Deep, for that insight. And tell us a little bit about ContextQA, Deep. Where are you based out of? And tell us a little bit of your organization, your role at your organization. I think that would be helpful.
Definitely. So myself, Deep Barot, I'm based out of Austin, Texas, and I'm the founder of ContextQA. This journey of the startup started last year, but I'm in the DevOps world since last 6 years, and I'm in the IT industry since last 12 years. I worked in the corporates and the startups in both sides, and my only goal throughout the beginning was how can I provide more value to the business to go faster. But as we go faster, quality degrades and customer suffers. So that was the one thing. But I'm coming from the software developer background. And what I experienced throughout the process is whenever we raise the issue or we see the issues, we find the issue, that's good, but we need to provide the context, and context are missing in many of these processes. And it takes a developer's time or a team's time, project manager's time. So in the software development process, if you see all the phases, it takes all the aspects of time if we are not clear and do not provide the context to start with. And that was the trigger point for me, and that's why I named the company a ContextQA. So that was the journey, or that was the thought provoking for me, why I want to do what I'm doing now.
Great, great, Deep. No, thank you so much for that intro about yourself and your organization. Would you like to tell us a little bit about, I think we talked about the problem statement a couple of minutes ago. Would you like to tell us how ContextQA is going to address that problem statement that we are having today from automation standpoint, right? Accelerating automation, saving time for organizations, QA organizations, and so on, right? And we have three things. We have test development, we have test execution, and test maintenance. If you can take some time to take us through how ContextQA is going to help the QA organization or the QA professionals in terms of bringing some savings, right? Cost savings, time savings, and so on, right? For the customer. I think that would be very helpful as part of this showcase session, Deep. Over to you.
Yeah, definitely. So first, I will explain what is the thought process behind ContextQA and how we are planning to help businesses. And I will walk you through the demo also. How are we planning to achieve what I said? Okay. So in this current world, as everyone is moving faster and there are like so many developers, so many DevOps engineers, everyone is pushing towards. And to counter that, we have limited numbers of testers in the market. And if we want to achieve or match the speed of the development, we need to be equipped with the equal amount of power in terms of the tooling. Now, if we think still like decade or 2 decade old practices of using the same framework, using the same scripts, it will not be efficient, because it will requires to team to create and maintain that code and learn new things all the time. And that's what the change we are making using the low code no code, that whatever is can be automated or whatever is straightforward, use such a tool so you save and free up your time to start with, and then utilize those tools or your time to create a new test cases that help you your business and to help you to understand the product in a better way. And one quick thing I want to mention here is the tool that we are trying to create that helps to test different types of things. So what we are trying to bring for QA engineers or any IT teams is, you should have your test scenarios in mind, or the just benchmarks. All other stuff will be taken care by the tool ContextQA. We will do the UI automation, we will do the API testing, we will do the performance testing for you, and you will just make sure it is matching your standards or not, and you work backwards how to fix those things, and not spending too much time in how to test and how to maintain. Yes, so I'm sharing the screen, and I will highlight how ContextQA can provide a value to the companies. So we are going to talk about ContextQA and how can we provide the value. But the main problem that we are trying to solve here is, how can we help companies to reduce quality issues? Okay, and if they are not able to create a test automation faster, and they are not able to test all these features continuously, how can we provide that? Based on our research, we found these are the four main reasons that companies are not able to achieve quality centric benchmarks. Are they do not have enough resources, or the resources they have, they are not equipped with the tool or the technology required to create automation, or there are always changing requirements and they are not aligning with the development task or the testing criteria, and they do not have the infrastructure, or they are not assigning the infrastructure to the QA team where they can run the automation. These are the four main reasons companies are not able to achieve automation, and that's where ContextQA is trying to play a role, where we take care of that headache of learning and creating the infrastructure and maintaining, and help the team to move fast. With all the companies, right, this alignment issue is the biggest bottleneck, because product team needs to speak the same language, as a testing team, and testing team should be aligning with the software development teams. If those are not documented or documented but not linked to one another in a right way, then it creates ambiguity or confusion across the team members, and that eats up more time. And here we are not talking about only testing and fixing bugs. We are talking about developer productivity and shipping product faster. Alignment between team members are very important, so it reduces the friction between the team members and allows team to deliver things faster.
So, quick question, if you can stop here. So,
Mm-hmm.
are you saying ContextQA is providing, managing three of these things, requirement test, and to some extent, the software development as well?
Yes, definitely. So currently you are using project management tool and you are using your local framework for test automation. You might be using third-party tool to manage requirements or creating a test plans, but those are not talking to each other or not talking to each other in real time. So it creates a confusion. It is not providing the purpose, but on the top, leaders are not aware of what's going on because you are not providing or feeding the data in real time. And that's what we are trying to solve here with ContextQA as well.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Deep.
Okay. So moving forward, we have a no-code, low-code, pro-code solution. So I will explain what is pro-code over here. So no-code, low-code, you are aware that it is a record and play tool for creating a test automation, as well as it has a templates that you can just write in plain English and it will create an automation for you. So that's a low code. Pro code is the capability we are giving to the user. So if they have a complex scenario and they want to write JavaScript code for that, they can still go ahead and write in the same test case along with no code and low code. So it creates the automation for them and they are not being blocked. So customization is a very important feature that we are providing to the teams here.
So pro code is basically people who are very familiar with Selenium scripting with Java or any other scripting language. So they can learn this quickly. They can adopt this tool quickly, right?
Yes, definitely. And our purpose is wherever you do not need to code, don't code. So you do not need to maintain, and anyone other then you can maintain. And wherever we need extreme need of writing code, then yeah, please add that code. So you free up that time of creating and maintaining that code for yourself as well.
Beautiful. And this also gives us an edge to integrate some existing automation code.
So not currently. We are thinking, yeah, we are thinking in future. What we are trying to use AI in here is if you have a older test scenarios or test cases, and if you want to convert those manual to our platform, so our AI can help you to migrate those manually written test cases and test suits into our portal. But not the migration of Selenium to our platform or any other, at least for now.
Got it.
So here, so here is a feature we call test management solution. But our goal is not to recreate Jira or TestRail or anything. However, what we think where we can provide more value is if this tool is integrated properly with the Jira or any other test management tool, then it can provide value more to the teams and not only the testing team. And that's what we are providing. We created a native Jira application, and for that we won the prize from the Atlassian competition last year. I will walk you through that Jira application in a moment.
Okay. And congratulations for getting that recognition from Jira, from Atlassian.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. One more stuff I want to mention here is when we talk about and this message is for the testing teams also. So when we talk about the test automation, so test automation is not the single script or it's not a bunch of scripts together, right? Automation is an entire application. And I worked in the enterprise applications and managed that application and scaled that application. So I understand the pain of creating and maintaining that one. So when we talk about the test automation framework, we shouldn't only talk about creating a script. We should talk about how can we parameterize this. Can we run it in multiple environments or not? Can we run for specific features or not, whenever we need it or not? Can we run these in a cross browsers or not? how can we scale it, how to parallelize it, and still making sure we do not burn that much time or resources. And these are the pieces we're missing when we talk lots of discussions online about the test frameworks. And those are the things we are trying to create here in a test management solution or test create solution, by integrating all those required pieces here to make it more dynamic and scalable. Along with UI testing, we understand at a ContextQA, API testing is very, very important. And here we are providing, you can create your API testing suite by itself, or you can mix it with UI testing. So your UI testing can be much more stable than before. And that is the value we are providing. And also same UI automation and API testing can be used for you to run performance testing, again the same automation. So you do not need to spend extra time or learn another tool to create a performance testing for your application.
Oh, that's beautiful. So performance testing only for API testing, right? At this point of time.
No, it will be both. So it will in a hitless browser though, it will open up all these, because here you are creating all these UI automation. Same scripts can be used to load and make sure your stress testing, load testing parameters, how it will perform at certain loads. So we see the value on both sides. Currently, most of the practice that we see available is through the API testing, because we do not want to spend too much time on creating those scripts for the UI testing. But because it is very easy through the ContextQA, you can use the same automation for the performance testing as well.
Beautiful. I think that saves a lot of time and effort in terms of by not creating the script again for performance testing. I would like to
Yes.
see probably a little bit more around that, but for now, I think we can move on these. Thank you.
Yep. And when I say performance testing and load testing, right? So this is more about the latency and performance. It is similar to the what Google Lighthouse provides. So this is one thing, but stress testing will also be used here. Now, when I mention about the performance testing using the same automation, so yeah, you can use the same automation to make sure geolocation based loading or latency information as well, and the suggestions. So from the day one, you have the numbers to match, so you can track over the time what are the progress you are making. And at the same things apply for the load test and stress testing as well. Here is the Jira integration, right? And that's where we provide the value. So I will skip a few slides, but our main USP, which I want to highlight, and that makes us a unique. So first thing I mentioned about the customization. So customization is very important. And along with customization, we provide auto healing and alerting capability. The second most important is a pay-as-you-go model. In the current market, what customers are being charged are for the using each node. And if they want to run like 100 test cases or 1,000 test cases in parallel, it will cost them $8,000 or around that, if they want to run on 20 nodes, because they want to save time. What we are trying to provide is giving scalability or parallel execution by default. So we will not be charging them for parallel execution. What we will be charging is pay as you go. So they just pay whatever the number of minutes of execution they use, and yeah, and it will be month over month, whatever they want to use. Along with, as I already mentioned, we have API testing, performance and load testing already included here. And we also provide cross-browser testing and cross-device testing. One important aspect, and this is what we are working towards, is integrating our tool with the bigger tools like Sentry, Datadog, and Splunk to provide more detailed information to the developers. What is the issue when you run the performance testing or regular UI testing or API testing? What are the issues or exceptions you see in the backend? So it can provide real value to the customer. So we want to correlate the root cause analysis and then provide the value to the developer. So whatever the time they spend on fixing or finding bugs can be cut by half.
Mm-hmm. And quick question around this infrastructure, parallel execution and all that you just talked about. So you, like the user is not going to worry about the infrastructure, ramping up the infrastructure. So all that would be coming as part of your services behind the scene. If my script has to kind of, scale or ramp up for, maybe multiple browsers, or maybe the volume of the scripts are going up, and we can, have the parallel execution without really getting worried about the infrastructure and all that, right?
Correct. Yeah. So team will not work. The application is designed such a way that it will take care of the parallel execution by itself.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay. So I think these are the all slides I wanted to show. And one last slide I would show here is our roadmap. So currently we have all features like low code, no code application is ready and our clients are using it. Jira application is available in the marketplace. We have a API testing a module ready and dynamic environments and dynamic profiles. What we are working towards, our next milestone is creating the same low code, no code feature. So we started working on it for the Android and iOS. And similar stuff, we want to add more AI ML to provide more accuracy, more auto healing functionality for our users. So those are the these are the two more important features in our roadmap that we are targeting this year.
All the best, Deep, to you and to your team on
Yeah,
this.
thank you very much. Thank you very much for support. So far, when I see it, I got a good support from the community and all the players. People like you, very humble and holding our hand to get us, help us to walk the path, right? So thank you very much for this as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anytime, Deep. Thank you.
So can we move over the demo part?
Yes, we can move to the demo now. Let's have a look at the real tool in action. I think that would be very helpful for our followers.
We are on the contextqa.com website. So if you go this website, you will find a link for a free trial. So it is a 2 weeks free trial available for everyone. On the same website, you will be able to find Chrome extension link. So you will be able to go to this link to add a Chrome extension for us. And we have a documentation also. So you will be able to go to the documentation and find all the details about the ContextQA, about the features. Our information or contact details available on our website as well. So if you have any question, you can ask us. So let's, rather than spending too much time there, let's jump on the demo part. So whenever you sign up for the free trial, you will see this dashboard for you. And this dashboard will come up with all the test cases, all the test suites or the test plans that you have created so far. Along with that, we have a Chrome extension that help you to create a test case, record a test case, and find a selector for you. So we will first go to the test case. So you first log into our Chrome extension. Once you log in, you can create a test case from here. So let's create one test case. And we can use any website. I will use the standard website that everyone uses for the demo purpose for now. So we go here, we just type whatever we need to perform the steps. We perform all the steps. So we click on here and there wherever we need to, and create a proper test case. And yeah, so this is just login, log out, and clicking back and forth. I come here, stop recording. All the steps are recorded over here and written in plain English for us. You can copy and paste into the Chrome extension as in your Jira ticket or wherever you need to from here. But along with that, you will find all the locators that we captured for you. Now, for you, it's very important to understand how easy to edit this test case. So here you can say this is the all the elements capturing for you, as well as all the data. So you can change on the fly. Also, you can parameterize as well. But our goal was to not only just provide you the recording feature, but also easy to edit and customize. These are the features that we are providing here. Along with that, you can highlight all your steps. So when your testers are testing, and or developers wants to follow the same steps, they can click here and they can understand what you are trying to talk about. So it will bring the clarity between the team members as well. Along with that, we do have a selectors functionality. So either you click here and find ContextQA find locator, and it will find a locator for you. So even you're writing the automation scripts by yourself, it will be very easy for you to find locators, or you can just click here to highlight different section and just right click and then it will add for you. So it will be very easy to finding locator or XPath if you need to. Okay. So stopping here. Now, as we recorded the step, we can go to our portal and try to find that particular test case that we created. So here is the test case that we created. So we can go here and start record or run. So this will start the execution. It will run in a headless mode on our server. So you do not need to worry about any infrastructure or from the day one, you will start executing your test case or test suites or test plans over here. So it takes a few seconds and you will see the full recording and all the information around here. And while it is loading or running, I will show you. So we have a dynamic elements where you can store and reuse it. We have a data profiles. So data profiles are the similar to the like Excel spreadsheet. So you can run the data-driven testing for you as well. So now if we go here and go to the test case, the one we just executed, you will find if it is finding or not. And based on that, it will provide you the recording. And it will also provide you the particular step where it failed and why it is not able to find this particular locator. One important aspects over here that context we are trying to build over here is providing this kind of trace with each executions and also the details about what are the actions, what is the console logs look like. So you do not need to provide too much back and forth information to your devs. They will be able to get all the details from these trace logs. What was the API call and what was the request response look like at the time. So it will be very helpful for them. So here we looked about the particular test case and how to generate the result. You can run same test case again, multiple browsers and multiple device types from here. And along with that, you will have options to create a test plans and generate the result for given test plan or test suites. Here we have a dynamic environment, so you can parameterize your test cases and use the dynamic variables over here. So it will be help you to make your test cases very dynamic, and on the fly it can run against dev environment, test environment, production environment, or any other environment for you. One important features that I was trying to talk about is our native integration with the Jira application. So whenever your application is linked with our Jira, your own Jira tool, it will provide you the details, something like this. So all your leaders can be aware of what is going on, or whoever is working on these tasks will be aware. Currently, it links through the labels, but there are different ways to link it together. So for a given ticket, you will be able to find how many requirements are attached, how many test cases are attached for the given requirement. So you will have all the details with you. Along with that, you will have all the test steps mentioned over here. So you do not need to write or copy and paste into Jira again and again for you. Along with that, it also shows you what are the test execution history look like for you. So it will be very helpful for you and your team to understand how many iterations of testing your team is doing and what is the final result look like. So having a test coverage, having the performance score, last execution result, last executed time, recording, and everything in Jira in real time, it can be very helpful for your teams, specifically your leadership team and development team, because they do not need to ask back and forth.
So all my test artifacts, like my test cases and whatever I'm storing in Jira, so they are all in the context of ContextQA. You guys are taking care of that data?
So if you are creating only test cases, right, type test cases, then only they will be synced up with ContextQA. Your development task and requirements, we are not storing in our database. We are just linking your test cases with ContextQA. So all your Jira data will stay in Jira, but all your ContextQA data can be linked and visible into your Jira application. So it's a one-way communication.
Okay. So if I have not Jira pre-existing, and when
Mhm.
I kind of start using Context QA and I want to integrate Jira, so like is it like integrated seamlessly through Context QA, or I have to go for Jira account creation first and then Context QA, and then you guys help us in integrating with Jira? How does that work? From the pricing side also, is it one pricing or I have to pay separately?
Yes, yes. No, this is a good point. So currently we kept it as separate because we want to explore more. How can we provide more value to our customers? So Jira integration is per user based. It is a free for less than 5 team members, so they can explore and try as much as possible. But more than 5, we have different pricing. But we want to be reasonable as much as possible, so we can provide value to the teams and not let them worry more about the pricing. On the other side, when you said if you have Jira already, then only you need to do is go to your requirements or the development task and provide the right labels based on the feature sets, right? And if you create any test case with the same labels or similar labels, it will fetch all the details automatically for you. Now if you are creating a new account, then again the process would be the same. You just make sure, as per your test plan or test strategy or feature specific, you come up with the label strategy as well, and link it in our tool, as well as link it all the requirements or development tasks in your Jira application as you create, and it will automatically sync up with you. But to answer your last point, yes, our team will be available to support you as well and provide you the documentation, as well as can help you to onboard on Jira as well.
Sounds great. Thank you, Deep. And um, as we discussed about the current industry scenario, right? We are all much deeply into CI/CD, DevOps, and all that stuff. So how
Mhm,
context QA actually gets integrated with other tools, utilities in the CI/CD pipeline, basically in the ecosystem, right?
mhm,
Let's say Jenkins. If
mhm,
somebody has already invested on some infrastructure and they want
mhm.
to leverage that, so how does it fit there?
Yes, so it works a similar way other tools work. So in other words, we have a webhook already available for ContextQA application. So they will be getting a one they will be getting a one endpoint with the token, and they can use the token, and either they can put the label like all the test suits or specific test suit ID, or the title they want to use. So there are different ways they can trigger it. But yes, they will be able to trigger from any CI/CD tool, either it is a Circle CI, Jenkins, or GitHub Actions. And they will get a result in real time, as well as if they want a historical result, they will be able to get through our endpoint. So our API endpoints will be exposed to that customer based on the authentication. And yeah, they will be able to use it for triggering, as well as creating reports on their own as well.
Excellent, Deep. Thank you so much. Now, I think I'm good at this point of time. Do you want to show some more features? Anything else?
Yes. So as I mentioned, currently we are on this part. Our performance testing suite will be releasing soon. So let me go back to our portal. Yes. So these are the features we have. We have a test suits, right? And you can have one or more test suits over here, and one test suite can have more or one or more test plans. Here you can have end-to-end scenarios. We do have a API testing as well, and parameterized testing. So if you go to any of our test cases and try to type like API, and it will open up this window over here. And
Mhm.
here you can add all API related information, store in a variable also. So you can reuse the response of your API in the other features. Also, this tool provides you to use reusable components. So you can use like login modules or some other modules, um, just created ones, and you can import that one into this tool, and you will be able to reuse it. So our goal is to make your test case or testing strategy as much as dynamic possible, and provide you the help as much as possible, so you do not spend time on repetitive tasks or maintaining those things.
And like, are you charging your subscribers separately for performance testing, or it is all inclusive of everything?
Yes, so thanks for bringing out this point. So if you see the section over here, so currently we have two plans. One is a standard plan and premium plan. So we will charge the base price. It will still be the nominal, and that will provide it like enough minutes to run for a month. But if you need more minutes, it will be like 10 cents per test run execution per minute. So yeah, for performance testing, and even whenever we introduce mobile testing, uh, we will have the similar baseline here, and it will be like $400 or $500 baseline, and it will provide you the 2000 test run minutes, unlimited projects, unlimited users, and parallel testing. And along with that, you will be able to perform the performance testing as well.
Yeah, looks like a wonderful product roadmap that you have, Deep, for ContextQA. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you very much for appreciating. But our goal is, if these tools are provided to the QA teams or the any IT teams, they can achieve more and provide value to the company. So moving forward, any IT company will not see testing as cost centers, but also seeing as like similar to the DevOps or SRE. They are providing a different values to maintain the business.
So Deep, thank you so much. I think the product is looking really great. You are simplifying a lot of things. I believe behind the scene, I think your users would be saving a lot of time, and they will be simplifying the entire test management process, testing process, because everything is behind the browser, right? We do not need to really worry about how many nodes we have, or how many nodes we would need tomorrow, and so on, right? And you are also kind of bringing API testing to the table. That is another beautiful feature that I liked. API and the all the web related automation. And you have the mobile testing coming up in your probably next version, and performance testing you are going to enable. Looks like a pretty enriched testing platform, ContextQA, and I'm sure the QA community would be definitely going to see a lot of value in it. All my best wishes, Deep, to you, to ContextQA, and the whole team. Thank you for coming in today. And it was a great product showcase today, Deep. Thank you again.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for providing this opportunity, showcasing and highlighting the ContextQA's features. But yes, our goal is to provide a developer a productivity and a great developer experience, so they can ship faster, and yeah, help companies to grow more.
Thank you, Deep. Thank you so much. So,
Yep,
dear followers, thank you so much for going through this review, ContextQA. We will see you in our upcoming session. So till then, goodbye and good day.